Hey, what is up everybody? I am getting back to posting a couple videos of a previous life I did. I had some gameplay saved. So this was the Warlock, the burst tanky Warlock leveling up. I wanted to post a couple videos to show exactly how easy it was just to run through. I think I ran R4 and up most of the life pretty easily. So we were out in the Borderlands, just doing some quick quests. Again, this is an acid burst Warlock, so you are in that enlightened spirit tree, and then dabble in some other trees. I have a build video out there from I posted a while ago. If you're interested in that, take a look at the build video. But this is primarily focused around AoE damage, being in the middle of things, and your acid damage. As you can see, you're an acid build, so you do use a lot of the dragon breath from Draconic tree, as well as the couple strikes from the SLAs from the primal avatar tree, particularly the carrion swarm as well as the shard storm, because the shard storm gives you quite a bit of temporary hit points. You also have temporary hit points from your light and spirit tree, so you get quite a bit. So just running through some gameplay real quick, just kind of trying to show how simple this build was. I'm only going to show a quest or two, and then I'm going to skip forward a little bit further into the epic life as well. But I normally don't show too much of the epic questing in terms of the low epic questing, so I wanted to take the chance to do that, because that's really where this thing shines. This build shines leveling up through epics. Even at the end game, I felt pretty good going through easily through mid Reaper. I think I was soloing R4 to R6 on my own. When you get into R10, your damage just isn't quite there, but you can be a good help. I turned into more of a CC caster, and then like a CC pseudo tank kind of build for R10, trying to live off temporary hit points, as you can get quite a few of them. But you just don't have any big numbers in your build. Lots of small numbers, but and even decent numbers, but no big numbers. So I'm gonna skip ahead here a little bit. Let's go back and see what I actually ran this on. Yeah, so I was doing. So this is R6. So R6, I was doing R4. It looks like I got a buddy, so I went up to R6. So let's do this one, and then I'll move on to the future ones. But again, self buffs, and then if you're looking at that top hotbar, that is the one I'm using. So you got your Dragon Breath, you got Mass Hold Monster, Shard Storm for temporary hit points, your first Eldritch Burst, your Carrion Swarm, Tentacles, your second Eldritch Burst, my Racial Draconic, Wings, and Color Spray. So yeah, really, I mean, pretty simple gameplay style of build. Get into a room, throw down a Mass Hold, or Color Spray, or Tentacles, some kind of CC, and then get right in the middle, get your temporary hit points on in case that your CC doesn't work, and just start using your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AoE spells that you got for damage. And they're all pretty short cooldowns, short of, I mean, Drag Breath's like 15 seconds, but other than that, they're pretty short. And I think when I was leveling up, I used Carrion Swarm more than Dragon Breath just because it's faster. You can stack it 3 times. It felt better. So that's what I was doing here, but you can even see through R6 pretty easy. It looks like I'm not even CCing too much of this stuff. Later on, like I said, once I got higher level, I really focused on making sure my crowd control DCs were high enough to be viable in that option, because you really do lose a bit of damage falling off. It just the Enlightened Spirit just doesn't scale. I actually tried a few Warlock builds. I did 3 different epic lives on this life, and I love Warlock, and I just felt like it wasn't owning up later on. I did this pseudo tank bursty build that I've done before. I did a Necro lock, which wasn't bad. It's just I was struggling to get my DCs quite that high. I think I was capping out about 110 on my DCs, and was struggling to get them a little higher than that. And then the last one I did, I tried to do just a straight pack die, Eldritch Blast cone, like maximum Eldritch Blast damage. And it's fun because you can fly through the low stuff, but man, you go into R10 and all you can do is use your Eldritch Cone, and it felt terrible, absolutely terrible. So I'm gonna jump forward here, but this is, so I've been like level 21, 22-ish, maybe 23, doing Borderlands R4 to R6 pretty easy. So if you're looking for a build to fly through some epic past lives, it's a pretty simple one, and you just keep going the whole time. But I'm gonna skip ahead. Alright, so here we are in the giant hold, still doing R4. Probably level, I don't remember exactly how low it was a while ago, 25, 26, I don't know, somewhere in that ballpark. But this is just again to show that you, even scaling through epics until you get to the very tippy top, you can fly through pretty much everything. This is a bit one of the slower ones when we're doing Feast or Famine. We got going with this group eventually that between me and a couple other ones, it was like we weren't even stop moving. So, and that was on R4, which I know is not like a insane feat nowadays. Yeah, pardon the yawn. But no, it feels good. It's a fun build. Like I said, it goes down as probably one of my favorite builds, probably top 5, just from the pure simplicity of it. And CC, get in the middle, you get enough temporary hit points that you stay alive. At the end game, I think I was getting up to about 4,000 hit points, maybe a little bit more with the temporaries on. I can't remember exactly, and that's not including that like leg temporary hit point one. I don't count that one because that one takes away your maximum hit points. I'm just talking about the Shard Storm and the I can't remember what it's called from the Enlightened Spirit Tree, but you know what I'm talking about. I can't look on it because this is just a recording, but that one on my second row there. But yeah, fun build. If you guys try it, let me know how it goes. I've always done acid because I think it's the core part of using those primal avatar SLAs. If you're going tankier and don't care at all about your damage, I'm sure you can mix it up and not care that much about the acid spell damage. But since that was the main focus, it seemed like that was the way to go. So I didn't want to make a very long video. I was just trying to show you guys some gameplay here of what it looked like on R4. You know, how the damage looked, to show that I'm really not under threat or getting pressure at all between CC and the fact that you have a decent amount of hit points and the fact that you have a great amount of temporary hit points. It felt pretty good. So I'm gonna stop it there. If you have any comments, let me know.